Coming to you live from Farmer Dave's World Headquarters here in Drake, Massachusetts, I'm Cassie.
And I'm Stacy.
And we're here to help you prepare your share. Another vegetable that will be making an appearance in the springtime is the radish.
Ravishing radish?
Oh yes. So types of radishes you'll see are the watermelon radishes, regular salad radishes, and d'Avignon, otherwise known as the breakfast radish.
Now we're going to talk about the prep and storage of the radishes. When you bring them home, they're going to have the greens still attached to them. You're going to go in, just slice off the green tops. Then you're going to run them under cold water and give them a gentle scrub. As far as storing large amounts in the refrigerator, take a resealable plastic bag, line it with a paper towel. Once your radishes have been cleaned, put a layer of radishes in there, take another paper towel, layer that on top, and just do every other layer just like this. Squeeze the air out, zip it shut, and put it in the refrigerator. This will keep the radishes crisp, fresh for a long period of time. It's a great tip when in the spring you're going to find them at every farmer's market, farm stands and everything, and you can buy them ahead.
Another way that I like to store them is to put them in a bowl of water. So you snip the greens off, same as Stacy, and you want to put it in water just like this. Another thing you can do is to put them inside a Tupperware container. Now this is a root vegetable, so it's going to grow the greens back out. Just keep snipping them off until you're ready to use them. I would keep it in an opaque container. Like this, they're going to store for a very long time. Again, it's just based on preference and how much space you have in your refrigerator.
Here are some recipe suggestions beyond just topping salads and shredding them up into slaws. One of them is roasting radishes in the oven. You're going to take your radishes, and depending on the size of them, you're going to top and tail them, which basically means you're going to cut off both ends. If they're larger like this one is, cut them in half and then cut them in quarters. If they're smaller, like this one is, you could get away with cutting them in half. At this point, you're going to put them into a bowl, toss them with some olive oil and some Italian seasoning. Give them a toss, put them on some foil, wrap them up, and you're going to put them in an oven at 425 degrees for probably about 30 minutes. Give them a shake, give them a flip, check them. They might have to go another 10 minutes. Alternatively, you can also use softened butter, salt, and pepper. That one's delicious as well.
A great use for radishes is as an appetizer. You're going to want to slice them as thin as possible. A mandolin is a wonderful tool for this, or you can use a very sharp knife if you're confident with it. You'll slice a baguette or bread and toast it, let it cool. It's an added step, but it's delicious. As soon as the slices come out of the oven, rub them with a garlic clove. Once it's cool, spread softened butter over it. Just like this, a little bit more. That's nice. You're gonna wanna top with sliced radishes. Bloop, 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 bloop. Sound effects are optional. And a little bit of sea salt. And it looks just like that. And once this is done, you can either have some greens or drizzle a little balsamic on it. I think Stacy likes it just like this. She does.
The next recipe we're going to share with you is for a watermelon radish pizza or flatbread. It looks very impressive, it's fancy, but it doesn't take you a lot of time, but people are going to think that you did take a lot of time. First thing we're going to do is you're going to roll out a pizza crust. You're going to put it on a greased sheet. This here we're using a flatbread pizza that's been pre-bought. You basically wind up putting it on the cookie sheet, and then it's going to get topped with some Italian seasoning. You can also drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil. And on this, we decided to put some slices of sharp provolone cheese. If you use one of the store-bought pizza doughs, you're going to bake according to the package directions at the recommended temperature. You're going to bake probably about halfway, and at that point you're going to pull it out of the oven, cover it with cheese, put it back in, bake it for maybe another 5 minutes or so until the cheese is melted and the crust is golden. While the pizza's cooking, this is the point where you're going to slice your watermelon radish. I really like the mandolin for this because it slices it so thin. Isn't this beautiful? Look at the pink color. So at this point, you're going to pull the pizza out of the oven. The cheese is going to be melted and the pizza is still going to be warm. This is when you're going to cover it with arugula. Now that the arugula is all on the pizza, we're going to take the watermelon radishes. And this is where the fun is. You're just going to decorate the top of the pizza. You can shingle it. You can lay it next to each other. It all depends on how many radishes you want to eat. At this point, the residual heat is going to wilt the arugula, and then the watermelon radish is going to stay a nice, vibrant pink. We don't put this back in the oven at this point because the watermelon radish will lose its color once it's heated. Cassie, will you grab the pizza we already had prepared?
Sure.
Now we're going to get to taste this.
Oh,
you already cut it. So nice.
Bon appetit. This is way better than the one that I made the other day.
And that's a wrap.